operate at a single frequency, allowing for a single capacitive reading. This value goes up or down depending on if a finger is touching. This generally means capacitive touch sensing is binary. Conventional capacitive touch sensing operates at a single frequency, allowing for a single capacitive reading. This value goes up or down depending on if a finger is touching. This generally means capacitive touch sensing is binary. Either the user is touching or they are not. Touche, in contrast, sweeps over a range of frequencies, sampling the return voltage many times. This builds up a capacitive profile, which contains considerably more information. We can pass this to a recognition engine, enabling a wide variety of touch gestures. Our approach can be used to enhance both traditional touch interaction, for example on smartphones, and also make everyday objects and materials touch and gesture sensitive. To highlight the wide variety of applications Touche enables, we constructed 5 exemplary setups. In general, Touche requires only a single wire be connected to objects, as demonstrated here with a doorknob. 5 gestures are supported: no touch, 1-finger touch, 2-finger pinch, a circle gesture, and a grasp. Note how the capacitive profile changes in the background. Touche could also be implemented into a table, which could sense a user's posture or body configuration. It can even sense when no user is present. Touche also has great potential to enhance conventional touch sensing, which, as noted before, is traditionally binary. For demonstration, we created a pinching gesture set, which works in concert with regular 1-finger pointing. In addition to knowing when the user is touching and not touching, it can also sense when the user is pinching with 2, 3, or all 4 fingers. Touche does not require metallic objects, and it can even add touch sensitivity to the human body. Our sensor board is wireless, communicating over Bluetooth to a computer or mobile device, enabling true mobility. Finally, Touche enables many unique opportunities for touch interaction. For example, we can add touch sensitivity to liquids easily with a single electrode located under the fish tank in this example setup. The application space of Touche is diverse. We now go through 5 example applications. Touche's ability to sense interaction with liquids could be used, for example, to monitor and train kids to use the right implements for eating breakfast. In this example, a user controls a mobile music player using touch gestures on their own body. It is not inconceivable that one day, mobile devices could have no screens or buttons and rely exclusively on the body as the input surface. Touche could also be used to enhance current interactions with mobile devices. For example, the pinching gesture shown earlier could operate like alt clicks for mobile device touchscreens. Here, a user alt clicks on a file, which instead of opening the document, brings up a contextual menu with more options. It is also easy to imagine a smart doorknob that knows how it's being grabbed, which in turn can trigger different functionality. Here, a user sets their status to Do Not Disturb. If on the phone or during a meeting, another gesture could set a Come in quietly message. How the user closes the door could also be used. Using a light 1-finger hook could set a Back in 5 minutes message, whereas using a more solid grasp sets the message to Gone for the day and simultaneously locks the door behind the user. Finally, in the home, we could imagine a sensing sofa. When the sofa detects a user sitting down, the TV could be turned on. As the user relaxes and lays back, the lights could dim automatically. Finally, as the user slips into sleep, the lights could be dimmed further and the TV turned off.
presentation. Okay, how many was able to experience the clapper control? Meaning clapper lights. Turn off, turn off. You just have to clap.
Who has?
Oh, I have.
Have you experienced that?
I've seen a lamp,
Okay.
and I clapped, and it's like it was like a candle.
We have this
and I clapped,
sensor,
and it went
right,
off.
for it to
I
operate.
don't know.
I get serious.
Yeah, clap.
Yeah, I was like,
To close the lights or open the lights or illuminate, right? Okay, next presenter. Thank you very much, Bandana. Good presentation. No, after Priyanka. All right, listen to the presenter.
Technology, arts, technology and arts. Art is something that we humans naturally, it's just in us, right? Right or wrong?
wrong.
Wrong.
But someone here who could prove that. Who? Chris. Art is not naturally in a person.
Okay. How about if I
Humans just create whatever
because he has
they're
no art.
picturing in our mind.
if I get like tomato and throw it on the wall, isn't that art?
Well,
Isn't
yeah,
that
but
art?
that's just an image in your head that you create to say,
Silence.
give to others.
Silence.
That give to others.
Silence. Technology. Touch. Can you guys do this? Okay, basically in the window it says interactive art. Please touch the window. Please touch the window.
You don't
It is
want
calling
to
for us. It is calling for us. To move on to a future, to move on to a more developed
Not touching it.
Right?
the window.
Okay, next.
You can create just one touch, or indicated as indicated by the side. One touch. Did you know that the human body is an electric conductor? And when you touch the screen with your finger, it is measurable because the touch sensor controls the reaction to changes in electrostatic state. So this is an example of a marker like so. Right there, these 4 points are on 4 corners of the screen. Visible is applied to each here. You know what I mean? Open, open, open. And electrodes are spread across the field, like so. That is why when we click something, it reacts automatically. This is an example of technology. Well, art applied in technology. Art is before what we used to do with our hands. Well, obviously we can still do it with our hands. But what if we can go beyond just touch? We go to voice. Senses and waves, right? As a presentation earlier by this person over there, she indicated that when you clap, something would react. What would react? Light would react. When you were to take your phone, please do not record it. When you were to take your phone, and you know that little app where the cat repeats everything you say, and it goes,
Talking Tom.
Talking Tom, yes. It reacts to our voice.
Get your facts, dude.
This is facts. Was I wrong about anything?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
How was
You
I
didn't
wrong
know
about
the
anything?
name. You said art is naturally in us.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's wrong enough.
Do not
You don't shut
criticize.
my way up with painting? No.
Do not criticize.
Okay,
Watch
next.
criticize.
Let's listen first, guys. Go.
Okay. Art can also be manipulated. Anything can be manipulated, right? Like equations for physics or math. This is an original painting of Mona Lisa, which by the use of technology today we are able to change and that is for what? Please.
Wait, no, is this for
I
a
don't know,
rave,
but
or a
what I
rave, or a rave,
Or anything.
or anything? It happened to me. It's like, it seems like
I'm in
some
school. Please let me
experience.
continue. You may use it for music videos or anything basically. This is something, okay. This is something that you see in movies. Like, you know how you go to a gory movie, you can see bloody effects. What is that? That is all the use of technology. Before, we used to squirt ketchup in the air. Now we use technology.
No, sometimes need ketchup.
And that is for people who do not know how to use their technology beyond.
Wow.
Alright.
It's an escalator.
And then this is another example of how people use technology
So much for saving the earth. Treehouse.
to make things more advanced, developed, and show. Not the end yet. Go.
It's some sporting video.
You go to most reality.
Minimize.
You're fired.
You're fired. Okay.
Full screen. Not moving. Oh my god, you're so
Wait. Let me fix it. I think it's already off.
You see, one day we won't have the use for humans.
Wow.
And we can just have a robot where you tap and it would go to the next line.
What if I go against you?
I'm laughing so hard. Now, I'm going to show you a video of how art is used in technology. Like when we watch cartoons, those are actually made by hand, and we use them in computers to basically see or get a little basic. See, he's using an actual paintbrush, which reacts to the screen itself.
It's the same one as the sport.
Yeah, basically.
There's an interactive palette.
I have that,
And it takes up less time, less energy, and it comes out sometimes better than what you expect to do by hand. Painting.
sometimes.
What's that?
It's actually for cartoons. Animation. Just like from the
Yeah, it looks like somebody from Johnny Bravo.
Or from Archie.
Oh,
Archie,
yeah. I
Does
love that
anyone have
comic.
any questions?
Okay, questions so far regarding the topic?
Any interesting questions
Yes,
that relate to
Chris?
the topic, not the way I presented it?
How come they were black?
Racist.
Yeah.
They used a color that they preferred and decided to, actually could have used any color. Could have used blue pink.
Why didn't they?
Why shouldn't they?
Because they're racist.
Sammy,
Any other
Yes, I hear.
questions?
The better question. Not.
any other
Any
questions,
other
guys?
questions?
Well, how do you say that? Wait, sorry. Wait, for the, when you play one of these songs before, when you play a song and there would be no music video, and you just play it on like the regular player, and then you'd get all the like different colors and shapes going with the beat. That's part of that, right?
Well, it's part of our whole discussion, especially what London said about voice and radio.
Okay, audience, you may start grading your presenters.
Any other final last questions? None?
None. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, good presentation, guys. Okay, our next presenters. We have Chris, Ishan, and Daniel. And Sammy, the key player of the team. The ace player. You may load your file.
This report is going to be extremely short. Yeah.
Extremely, huh? Okay.
Oh yeah. I made this in 5 minutes. Without even
In
So
5
you
minutes,
guys
huh?
had so long and it's only like that?
Yes.
This guy's sarcastic. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, impress us on this.
It's short.
Because it wasn't clear to us what to present on.
Okay, okay. So you just told me about satellites, right?
Yeah.
Okay. One. They're already finished. The very long one. Very short. This short. Okay.
Should you do it?
Okay, who's going to be presenting first? Daniel? You're the one? Or Chris? What are you looking for?
That's messed up.
Where's that? What are you doing? Those are my files. Oh.
Doesn't work.
Let's make the
Okay. Is that the one?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're on eye communication.
Double click these. Okay.
Press F5.
I'm not going to talk. I made this.
Measuring technology.
Sammy,
Press there.
Priyanka. Priyanka. Lights off. It's too bright.
I made my own bed.
Thank you.
In the future, we wouldn't need to stand up.
Wow. I want my jetpack.
You need the remote.
You're gonna be like,
Did you watch
Okay, thank you.
Wall-E?
Yeah,
watch Wall-E?
Okay, you may begin, guys.
This is our introduction. Measuring technologies these days are one of the most important technologies we need in science and a basic person's lifestyle. Without these technologies, we wouldn't be able to track down stores, we won't have internet, and we might not even have TV or Sky TV.
Sky cable.
seriously?
Satellite technology. Satellites are used for a large number of purposes. Common types include military and civilian Earth observation satellites, communication satellites, navigation satellites, weather satellites, and research satellites.
Basically, we're
Our
talking about
topic
satellites.
is about satellites.
Yeah, you can tell now.
Military and civilian Earth observation satellites. These satellites are obviously used by the Army and the government. These satellites are used to track down people and also to get several intels on that person. Most of you have already seen this in several movies like James Bond, Johnny English, and these other
Spy movies.
Spy movies.
These satellites are also
Espionage.
used to track down nukes or bombs which give out
Signal.
yeah, These satellites also give an approximate number of people in a certain area.
See, measurement.
Daniel, stop. Go. Communication satellites. Most commonly used satellites. This basically transmits your calls, text, video calls, internet, everything else in the web, or anything that uses Wi-Fi. And it also transmits TV news.
Anything else? Navigation satellites.
These satellites are, as it says, used to navigate around. One application that uses this is Google Maps and other map apps on your phone, internet.
Apple Maps.
Yeah.
Most accurate one out there.
Most accurate.
It basically tells you what street you are in or that you want to go. If you don't know the path or if you don't know the area. It also calculates the distance and how much time a person is going to take from one place to another.
Measurement.
Weather satellites. These satellites measure the temperature and drop of rainfall and also track down storms. These are used by a nation's weather center and transmit the data to news networks. It also measures the sea level, where it is high or low tide.
Its accuracy is often contested.
Yeah, because depending on the recentness of the satellite and how upgraded it is. It can be either like the Philippine weather channel, which is very reliable, or it could be like abroad.
We also have existing web pages that actually shows
Pag-asa.
volume, right? Volume of rainfall
Yeah.
online.
Awesome.
Updates.
Pag-asa. Kung may stern yan,
Eastern
Eastern
satellite.
Or storm signals.
Daniel, leave it. Which is
Anything
not
else?
much of measuring technology, but it helps in modern science and web science. Scientists research on
Oh,
several
you're
modern
recording.
topics,
Sorry.
including ours through the universe.
I thought you were just talking. All right, you're done.
There's a video.
Okay, show us the video, supporting video.
Next video.
So, what video are you going to show? About satellites also?
Yes.
Wow,
As
good
well
guess.
Wildly.
Right.
Nice guess.
As well wildly, since you're not doing anything at the moment.
Okay. Where is it? You can search it in YouTube if you don't find it there.
That's out. Yeah, I think it's up there. I think it's up there.
Here's how satellites work.
Don't pay it.
Full screen. Go player. Wait. Press that one. Maximize.
It's it's HD, guys. 1080p.
Technical.
What more can you want?
We have very good technical staff there.
All these communications are possible with geostationary satellite. Orbiting 36,000 kilometers above the ground, geostationary satellites rotate at the same speed as our planet, following its movement while always remaining above the same point on the equator. To an observer on the ground, this makes them seem perfectly motionless in the sky. In actual fact, they move at over 3 kilometers per second without using any fuel, maintaining their initial speed in the vacuum of space. In geostationary orbit, Eutelsat operates a fleet of satellites which cover 2/3 of the planet. Thanks to their position high in the sky, satellites are the essential complement to land-based networks. This enables them to avoid obstacles in the landscape and to connect an infinite number of sites across the Earth. Satellites can be called the network of all networks. They are the favoured means of broadcasting television programmes to households equipped with satellite dishes, or through networks which themselves rely on satellite feeds. In addition to television, satellites also enable high-speed internet connection, even in the most remote areas. A rocket can launch a satellite into space and reach its transfer orbit of 1,500 kilometers above the ground within 30 to 40 minutes. The satellite then deploys a section of its solar panels in order to provide a steady power supply during its travel in space. Engine propulsion is used to gradually make its orbit more circular until it describes a perfect circle and attains its final position in geostationary orbit. Once in position, the satellite fully deploys its solar panels and antennas, producing a wingspan of 40 meters. 3 to 4 weeks have passed since the satellite left Earth. Space vacuum, radiation, extreme thermal conditions of -150 to 150 degrees. Satellites are high-technology equipment designed to function for over 15 years in a hostile environment. All telecommunication satellites are built for the same purpose, to receive a ground signal and transmit it inside their coverage area. The signal is sent from a transmitting station, which can transport television programs or data, or establish an internet connection. In order to repeat the received signal across the entire coverage area, the satellite must re-amplify it and change its frequency. This is carried out by transponders, amplification tubes located between the satellite's reception and transmission antennas. All the equipment is fastened to a central pod. Radiated surfaces evacuate any heat produced, and heat shields insulate the satellite from the outside environment. In addition to the control systems, the pod houses the propulsion system and fuel tanks. This system maintains the satellite at its station and reduces disturbances related to the attraction of the Sun and the Moon and Earth's gravitational field. The 2 solar panels supply all the energy required for the satellite to fully function throughout its lifetime. This makes the satellite the most environmentally friendly means of communication. Each equinox, when the satellite moves to the Earth's shadow, rechargeable batteries take over. Approximately half an hour after the rocket takes off, the control center establishes the first communications with the satellite. All the equipment is permanently monitored from this point on, and every 2 weeks the propulsion system is actuated to keep the satellite in its station. A second control center monitors signal quality and ensures that each transmission station is using the correct frequencies and power levels in order to avoid any risk of interference.
I will make those people who make the technical
Television
stuff.
represents 3/4 of the traffic of satellites operated by Eutelsat. Present at every step in the video process, satellites transmit images to studios, exchange programs between broadcasters, transmit to satellite dishes and to cable and digital terrestrial headends. Thanks to satellites, landscapes and borders are no longer obstacles. Information can be broadcast everywhere in real time, even to the most isolated areas of the planet, offering all cultures a world audience. In the event of a disaster, the satellite takes over the damaged or destroyed ground networks to restore communications and coordinate emergency operations. On planes, at sea, on trains, and everywhere else that ground networks are absent or under-deployed, satellites provide access to all communication networks. Today, with the arrival of high-definition television and broadband development, man has never been more in need of space to communicate.
Okay, any questions?
Questions regarding the video that you watched?
What?
Is it kind of like YouTube? How you have like one host?
Well, how it works is it sends the signal up, and then the sunlight is just basically a reflector, so it reflects it to another area. Any others?
Ask questions. There's a corresponding point for that. None?
And just for info, the first satellite was made in 1978.
Wow. Okay.
What happens if like a satellite breaks?
And a new one, yeah.
No, like where does it go? No,
It just stays there in the debris.
And the pieces can fall to Earth. The pieces can go away.
It could.
Yeah, I saw that.
Or it could fall through.
No, it won't because it's already in a perfect orbit. Because once it gets in its perfect orbit, it's too far from the Earth to be pulled back. And you know, just like the moon, each satellite, well, most satellites are going to eventually, they keep going farther. and
Right, the
farther.
moon is an actual satellite.
Yeah, but it's disappearing. So a couple million years from now, we won't have a moon anymore.
Well, I'm gonna be dead, so I don't care.
Good luck, Chelsea.
They have no.
Wait,
it's like
when
time.
is it disappear?
A couple million years. Because each year it moves by like a meter.
Couple million.
All right. Okay.
Tomorrow.
Very well said. Thank you.
Applaud violently.
Congratulations, everyone.
Applaud violently.